Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks, and it is Saturday, March 20th, 2021. I say good morning because it's 9:50 in the morning here, Central Time. Thought I'd get this weekend charts to ponder out so you have all weekend to take a peek at them. One of the first things I'm going to do is look at some charts that were posted on the Hit and Run Candlestick Facebook user group page. And it came to my attention the other day that some people didn't even know that we had a Facebook user group page. So check down below, check down there in the text area, and I will post a link for the Facebook user group. We welcome posts and ideas from Hit and Run Candlesticks or Right Way Options. Please post any Right Way Options info in there, and we'll certainly there's chat back and forth between the group members. I pop in from time to time. I'll be posting some charts in there this weekend as well. So join in, and thank you for those that do or have posted in there. I appreciate that. So let's get right to it. Let's start with the SPY real quick. Then I'm going to look at those Facebook user posts, and then we'll get into some charts, ponder over the weekend. And these charts I'm going to look at Facebook group, there are charts to ponder over the weekend as well. All in all, I've got about 13 or 14 charts, I believe. So let's get going. Alrighty. So the SPY, really the SPY, it just hasn't done, or it's just doing what the SPY does all the time. I mean, all charts do it, All charts go up and they come back, they go up, they come back, up, back, up, back. That's what charts do. And bullish charts will tend to have a bullish trend, longer trend moving up. The shorter trend is what goes back and forth. And you can see the longer trend is still up. Now, I know there's a lot of concern out there. Bond market rising. Let's see, TNX. Let's try that. There we go. I know there's a lot of concern. The Treasury yield moving up here, and that's causing us some problems. And it is. That should be. You should have some concern. But overall, it's my belief that the charts are still holding up quite well. We just have to learn to work around them a little bit and be a little bit more sharper with the stocks we pick, be a little quicker with our rules, use our rules more, and then don't be afraid to take some profits off. That's so important. So okay, so right now, the SPY has pulled back nearly to the 50 period moving average. Would not shock me at all if we actually came back a little bit more. And it's not going to shock me too much if we start to see some sort of bounce up, and we could, come on back like this. Bottom line, as long as we stay above the 50 period moving average, I'm going to remain mostly bullish. I'll be a little picky on some charts. We might take some shorts. We took a little Q short here a couple days ago. Made some money on that. We might take some of those shorts from time to time. But right now, I have to go with the market is still bullish here. So let's take a look at some charts. Again, I'm going to start with those charts from the Facebook user page. Let's start with those. So somebody there was looking at Fuzi here, and I get Vuzi, V with a V, not an F, VUZI, and so far a very nice little rally up into these tops. We pulled back right to that 50, and then we've worked ourselves right up here to a breakout. And I'm gonna go with 23.60ish for a breakout here. So great looking chart, great call on this, by the way. I think it's David might have put this in here. David, if I'm reading it right, apologize if I have that wrong. This would be a very classic breakout, and then look for a buy in the buy box here. So I'm going to put this on my watch list just to do that. So I think what I'll look for is a buy inside this area here. Now, truthfully, I think we would drop the stop down just a little bit here. So we'll look for that buy in there, and then a little bit more upside, making some money. Always, and I do mean always, because, boy, I'll tell you, it works. We'll take profits into strength as we move up. Again, nice call on this chart. Looks really good. Another chart, LODG. I believe this is not it. LODE. There we go. LODE. I believe this was another one from David there. Thank you, David. You got a couple there. Appreciate it. So big run up, a little too big, got a little too big for itself, and then it just had to come back here. Looks like we have a nice little bottom that has formed. We're starting to curl up. Got a low, bit of a high, bit of a higher low, and then we started to move here. Above $4.60. I think I'd have to look at that as being bullish. And as always, we're going to put the buy box in here. Now with this, I see that we've got a doji here, high. Oops, there it is. Doji here that closed, and the low was higher than this candle's low, and then this doji was a little bit higher, and then this candle is a little bit higher. So I'm going to have to kind of look at this as it's up 3 days. So I think what I would like to see is a little bit of a pullback. So while excuse me, while we have the buy box in here, I think I'm going to add another pullback or another buy box. And what I'd really like is for this to pull back and test into this area, and this might give us a nice little buy right in there. Let's throw a trend line on this. We can come over here from this price action here and just go up into this area like that. So that would be awful nice in that area. So thanks for this one. I appreciate that. This is one of those stocks under 10 bucks. For those that don't know, I have been the last few days texting to our text group, which this is a different group. This is not our members app where you get live alerts. This is just a texting service we have. I've committed to put a couple of texts out a week on stocks under $10. You've got to subscribe for it. It's free. It just have to hunt down that link. And I believe the link is below already in the chat here, or in the YouTube. If it's not, I will certainly make sure it's down there, okay? So this might be, like I say, setting up nice under 10 bucks. So this very well might be one of those charts that is texted out. I'm going to mark that actually. Here's another one. Mara. There we go. I'm not sure who put Mara out there. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I saw somebody had Mara out there. And I'm currently long on Mara here. Mara looks pretty good to me. I think we've got a nice little pullback here. The bulls have come in, and they're consolidating very nicely above the T-line, above the Trendicator. The Trendicator's green, so I'm pretty much still bullish on this, and I like the way we're kind of trending up here like that. So I'll remain in this until the trend is broken. Might even have to add to it if it starts acting pretty good in this area here, maybe breaking out, or even a good candle as it moves to the right a little bit. So Mara is still looking good. Just on that note, I want to mention that Riot has earnings on the 24th, so that could affect Mara just a little bit, okay? Here's one, LAZR. And so far, these are the ones that our user group posted. So again, thank you everyone for doing that. LAZR, this is one that Christine posted. A nice chart, low, high, higher low, and a great candle Friday up here. I'm going to go to a 2-day chart. Does that do anything for us? 3-day, 4-day, 5-day. Let's go back to that daily. Great candle yesterday. A nice move here. This is good price action. Here, up, back, and then this candle is giving us another up bar. You can see we have the 50-period moving average right here, so that's going to be the big ticket. That's what we need to get over. That's pretty simple. So we're going to put that line right in there. You can also see it works with a little bit of price action resistance in here, so that's going to be pretty important. I'm not sure, Christine, if you're already in it. If you are, I think it's a good place. If you're not, I think we should shop for this, maybe up like this. And I'm going to put this buy box down here as well. What I'm going to do, there we go, let's move that across, is I'm going to watch what it does, and then we'll wait for that buy signal. We start to see those bulls hop in. Could be a nice inside day here, Monday, maybe even Tuesday before it's worthy. Or we might have to wait to that little breakout up here. But either way, I think that's a very nice chart. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Looks like it's already had earnings, and check out the volume on this thing. Volume really popped up there. Nice candle. Another one that Christine put out there was LI. Now, we talked about this one in the trading room yesterday as well, and I think LI is looking pretty hot here. I love the fact that we've got these red dots. You see those red dots? They're trending down. This is the Trendicator. Then all of a sudden, we get the green dots. They turn green. Okay? Little red one right in there, but we're not going to worry about that one. This is a sign of a trend change for us. This is what we use as a trend change. Now, we've got a low here. Let's draw a line up to these lows. So we could have a nice inverted head and shoulders setting up with this being the head here. Low, high, higher low. We're trying to get that candle moving up here. Let's go to a 2-day chart, 3-day. Just want to take a look at this. 3-day chart is showing a nice Fig Newton chart pattern. 4-day, good Fig Newton. All right. So this is looking pretty good. Even if this thing just went to the 50-period moving average up here, right in this area, you know, we're talking, what, 12, 13% maybe? Nice, nice, nice trade. I would have to reevaluate it at that 50, but that's okay. I'll certainly take 13%. Even for the stock trade, that is excellent. More than likely, I would be taking an option trade. Here, 1 second. I'm going to see if I can bring up the option on it. Okay, here it is. Let me bring this over here. So I think what I would be looking at is probably the June contract. I'm going to come over and look for, oh, whoops, let me change something here. There we go, we're up and running now. I had to adjust this so it showed open interest. So I think I would be looking at the June contracts. And then if we come over here, we have, well, this area. Let's do this here. Probably already should have had this done up. So here's here's the mid or at the money price of 26. If we go up a little bit, see, you've got a 62 delta, 72 delta, 81 delta. I think I'm going to have to look at that 72 delta right there, and that's plenty good open interest. So I'm thinking June, the strike price being 22.50 on this. So that's what I think I'll be looking for going into next week. I don't know exactly what day we may look at that. I can do this though. We're going to put a buy box on this, and I'm actually going to raise that buy box up a little bit, get above these highs, because paying a little higher for it, I'm not afraid of that. As long as the bulls are moving it up higher, don't mind paying a little bit higher for it. So we'll watch for this one. LI, thanks Christine, this is a nice one. Volume is up a bit, so looking good there. Thank you. Alrighty, let's take, and that was a charts that was posted, or not necessarily charts, I think they were ticker symbols, posted on the hit and run candlesticks, and Right Way Options is more than welcome to post on it. Facebook group page, and I will make sure the link is below. Okay. All right, let's take a look at some other charts to ponder over the weekend. Here's Copen. Copen acted very nice. KOPN, Copen Corp. Pretty nice chart here. Let's take a look here. Here we've rallied up, and here we've pulled back, and now we're rallying back up again. And in this rally back up, you can see we go from a low to a high to a higher low, and now we're starting to move up here. A Morningstar type, I say type signal, not quite a Morningstar, but type. Fig Newton, for sure, Fig Newton chart pattern here, 3-bar chart pattern. So I'm liking that quite a bit. Let's put the buy box around that, just like this. Ideally, it would be nice to buy in an area like that, let it pull back a little bit, let it buy, just similar to this. You know, here we're up. Wouldn't it have been nice to pick this up down in here? And that's what we're looking for. Pick this up as it pulls back. I'm not afraid to buy a little bit of a breakout. I don't want to buy it too high of a breakout, but a little bit of a breakout. And then we'll put the appropriate stop in at the time. So Copen is looking pretty good. How about MVIS? MVIS might be setting up. Love this little low to a high, and then you see how we've popped to the downside. We put in a decent candle, actually a bullish piercing candle, and then we've just consolidated. Again, we've got this Fig Newton chart pattern. That's what these 3 bars are right in here. So I'm going to put the buy box. I always trade this way. I really do. And it just points my eye to where I was interested in it before I had money invested in it. And that takes a lot of the emotion out of it. I'm going to put this line right up here, because if we start to break out, I just might have to jump on that thing. That's a nice looking chart. And with the idea of, you know, a target, first target up here at this high, man, that's 29% up there. Man, that's a lot of money that can be made on this thing. So I'm going to have my eyes on MVIS a bunch next week. Can't say the buy will be Monday. Can't say it'll be Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. And you know what? It might not even be a buy come next week. But right now, the chart we have in front of us is looking pretty good. This would be a great addition to the Road to Wealth account right here. DAC. DAC is a nice looking long, excuse me. Look at this trend. Look at that trend. You know, this is what we do. We like to find charts in a trend, and or starting a trend. It can be simply just starting that trend. And then what we want to do is watch for those pullbacks like that. And we want to buy into those pullbacks and those consolidation areas, just like that. Pullbacks and consolidation areas. That's what we're looking for. Think we could do this again? I mean, look how it did it right here. Think it could do it again? Why not? It's still trending. So we'll keep watching this trend. I like the idea that it broke out here. So one way that we might look to trade this is a little rest here. Another way we might look to trade it on a little bit of a pullback, or, you know, if the rest, it's like this right here. See how we're up 1, 2, 3 days, and then we started resting right here? That's what I'm looking for, right in here, just like that. Now, this is up pretty much 1 day. 1 day's fine. We're still looking for the rest right in there. So that's what we'd be shopping for. Volume popped up a little bit. Nice chart. How about some Mgni? Mgni. We've come down, put a little low in here. We've rallied up. We've got a downtrend here. We've broken that downtrend. To me, with this whole pop up and this consolidation to the right, it looks like the bulls are pretty determined. The last few bars here, the price action, looks like determination to me. So we'll be shopping for this one. Same thing though, over and over. We're going to put that buy box in there. We'll look to buy in that area or a slight breakout. Here's another one that could be setting up. And, we've got a little 8, 9, 10% move to this top. And that could certainly pop a little bit higher. Check the weekly chart out on this. Look at that weekly chart. Talking about a pretty J-hook chart pattern setting up. So we start to break out of this top, we could have some good numbers up here. And there's pretty good money on the way up. So this is one we'll definitely look at. There's that daily chart now. So we'll look for a possible trade up here, and then we'll look for possible follow through. And as always, I won't bore you with it, buy box in there like that. Fedex. Let's talk about Fedex. Right after I had a drink of water. Okay. So Fedex gapped up, earnings gap, good volume. We gapped up here. Now, I don't want to chase Fedex. However, I do think Fedex goes higher. I do think Fedex comes up here, retests that 304.70 area, and I do think it breaks out. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be looking for. That's what Road to Wealth is going to be looking for. But I don't want to buy it right here. Excuse me. So I'm going to have to wait till it consolidates a little bit. And when it does, we'll look for that buy. Let's go to a weekly chart right here. And it kind of, it gives us some candles here without the big old gap, right? So if we were to do the same thing that we do on the daily chart, if we took this weekly chart and if we put in a buy box just like that, and I'm going to go right to that top. I really don't want to buy it higher. I really, really don't. I want to buy this lower. So we've had a nice gap up. I would love for this to settle down a little bit, pull into this area and rest, just like in here somewhere. That would give us a pullback on that daily chart that we could get an entry. So something like that right there. That's what we'd be looking for. So we're going to put this on the watch list. I do not believe it's going to be a trade for us anyway in the next day or two. I think it's going to take a couple of days. I want it to settle down. Now there is one, man, morning coughs here. There is another little chart pattern that could develop that we might have to think about is what if it doesn't pull back and what if it just moves sideways like that? And if it does, that will allow the T-line to catch up. It'll allow our Trendicator to catch up a little bit. Then we might look up here as well. So this might be an idea what we do. And there's that weekly chart. And there's the flat consolidation trading on the weekly chart there. So Fedex is definitely on our list. QS. Now, Road to Wealth bought this. I bought it for the Road to Wealth account. Bought this yesterday. And I bought it because of the bullish chart pattern that it was developing. Fig Newton chart pattern, that's bullish. The fact that we're above the Trendicator, the fact that we were close to the T-line and over the T-line, the fact that we've got a low, a high, and we pulled back to a higher low. Also, this whole area, all this up here, all that down there, this is just consolidation. That's all that is. Let's look at a 2-day, 3-day chart, 4-day, 5-day chart. That's just consolidation is all that is. So maybe, just maybe, this is the time it's ready to take off. So that's why we bought it. We're going to hold this for a bit as long as it continues to roll up. As it moves up, we might take a few profits off, but we'll try to hold some up here into the $84 range. And that's a 40% move on the stock. That'll be humongous on the option. Let's see, on the option, what did we pay here? Let's check that. There it is, QS. We paid $14 on the option. So that'll be a sweet move if it kicks in and goes. There's also a good chance we add to it because Friday I didn't buy a full lot, so because of being Friday. So if I see this start to move, I just might have to add to it. So we have a little bit more on it, and that'll make that run just a little better. Hang with me. I have 3 more here, 3 more. And for those that are still with me on this, remember that you can still sign up if you haven't yet for the Falcon trading computer giveaway. We're going to give that away April 16th in the evening. We'll do that live in the trading room. Everybody's invited. We're going to open the trading room up, and we're going to have a couple open days before that. So we'll keep you posted on those dates. Well, you know what? I think I can tell you the dates here. The 29th. I think on the 29th, we're going to have Hit Run Candlesticks and Right Way Options is going to have open room, 29, 30, 31, I believe, something like that. So come on in and check us out. We would appreciate it. Love to have you. Okay, let's take a look at cash here. Cash has been up. There we go. Cash is up, and we've pulled back. We have a J-hook. We'll put a line across there, and what we're looking for now is the follow-through. The breakout makes us a J-hook chart pattern. Very nice chart pattern. Excellent, in fact. Take a look at the volume. Let's look at the monthly chart. I just want to look at the monthly chart to make sure that we're actually into some new highs. I thought we were, and we are. So this is your typical buy box. We broke out, wait for the consolidation, and we're going to do something about it. There's cash. Boot. You know, we've got all this money coming out in the market here. Boot Barn, along with other retail type stores, they might benefit from that. So this is one we're looking at from a Boot Barn, that is. So from this low down here at the 50, it's come back up above the Trendicator. And now the Trendicator looks like it's trying to work here. Low to a higher low, to a higher high. We've got a bullish engulf, and we have some good inside bars here. 2 good inside bars that's holding up well, and yesterday did very well. So I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe something like that right there. For the buy box area, we'll be looking for something inside the buy box. Also, would not be afraid to buy on a breakout here, looking for this to move higher. Now, there is a real possibility that we have a little bit of a speed bump around $69.20 here. That is very possible. We'll watch that. If the price action looks not so good, well, we'll close the position out. As long as the price action remains somewhat to the positive side, then we'll look at this going higher. Okay, the last one I have here is PFE. I think I put this on the watch list a few days ago. I still like this chart. I really like the way it's moved up, rallied high, and now we're doing that consolidation here. So let's keep an eye on this. I'm going to go look at a different chart, this chart. You can see that it's cleared the 200 period moving average, that's that dark red one, and it's cleared the 50 period moving average, that's that blue one. We've cleared that, and we're basing on top of it. So watch that PFE. This is not a huge money maker. It's not a monster money maker. I mean, right up to these tops is only 5%. If we get up into this big old candle right in here, that is only 16.5%. Not a big money mover, but it could be a nice chart to make a nickel on. So, alrighty. Let's see. That was the trade ideas right there. I want to say thank you to everybody for watching the video. If you have not subscribed, please reach over there, click on that subscribe button, and have a great weekend, okay? What's left of it. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see everybody Monday in the trading room. Thank you.